Okay. Right, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make this look good. How big are we going to make this? We're going 141.4. Going to make this, I think it's going to be a positive image for this one. Didn't beep again. It made a, that's funny. It's funny how sometimes these things don't beep as much as they normally would. So that's just the way they're made. They're made to beep. These photocopiers, when you press buttons like I'm doing now. Okay, let's see if we can make this look really nice and colourful. Right. This is a positive image, so this shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. What is it? It is a Maya Christmas says joy. My joy? Maya as in, oh, whatever. Typical capitalist shit. Typical gimmicky shit that capitalists like to spin. They just like to use words like joy and that to basically advertise their bullshit. I'm wondering if 141 is too small. We're going to make it big. So we're going to make it 160 that way and 160 this way. But yeah, they always have to steal things like the word joy. The word joy is meant to be something that comes truly from the heart, not something that comes because you've just spent a lot of money. I mean, it's okay to enjoy things. I enjoy using photocopiers and going on YouTube, but when that takes the place of real joy, it's just a con, and that's the way advertising is. It takes the real joy and removes the real joy and just makes it into an advertising shitter. Now we're just going to put that as the centre, but that looks really good. We don't have all this thing, we don't have this writing there, so it looks better, so that's going to the recycle heap. But I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with things and money and that. We got to have money. I must admit, I'm not against even though I talk about capitalism being shit and that, it doesn't mean that money has to disappear off the face of the earth. Let me get that straight. We still need a monetary system and we need money. That's it. Money is part of this world we live in. We're not living in utopia, so we need money. But the fact of the matter is, it's the attitude to the money, to your money and your possessions that has to change. You have to care about other people instead of, because a lot of rich people don't care about other people. They just care about, if they do care about other people, it's usually people in their family or cliques. And even then, some of them don't even care about their fucking families. So a lot needs to change so that mankind can be a more harmonious thing to partake in, because everyone needs good food and clothing and shit. And we don't get rid of possessions. We don't totally make ourselves poor because we think we have to, but we just have to change our attitude and maybe, use less things. You don't need to update your gadgets every time something new comes out. Like I've got a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, which I'm using to shoot these videos as we speak. And basically I don't want to update my camera, my phone. Even though there's a new model on the market, the S8-9 or something similar. I'm not going to go where, yes, it's tempting, but I know that it's not sensible to do that. You've got to try and make your possessions last as long as you can. It's better for the planet and it's better for the human race. We don't need to own the latest gadget or the latest anything. If it still works and if it's still providing you with if it's still fit for purpose and it's doing its job, why replace it? That's what capitalism wants. It pollutes, it corrupts. Capitalism is horrible. We need socialism. We need a certain kind of socialism. But let me make it straight. We're not interested in creating, or people like myself are not interested in communism. No, it's not going to be communism. Don't get it confused with communism. We need a world that we still have gadgets, we still have clothes, we still have things that entertain us and that inform us. But basically, we've got to consider the planet and the human race and the animals before profit. And we've got to balance it that way. We've got to make sure that if it stuffs up the planet, if it stuffs up the people, if it's too cruel to animals, we've got to basically stop it or lessen it. You know, we can't just go on just consuming ourselves to death. And yes, this world is being severely polluted. We've got climate change, we've got global warming, we've got plastic floating around in our ocean, making, you know, where animals are literally eating it and becoming sick and dying. And basically, oh yeah, we still got a bit of the word mire, but you can't see that. But basically, it's not sustainable what we're doing to our planet. And also slave labour, like when you buy a new gadget, chances are it's made by paid slave labour. So you've got to consider the people, you've got to consider the planet, you've got to consider maybe to a lesser extent the animals, but you've got to consider that we don't want too much cruelty to the animals as well. But anyway, enough about that for now. That's completed this demo, but just some food for thought anyway. Gotta go.